Freddie Prinze used to practice his comedy routines in the boys' room of his high school, and now at a time when most kids his age, 20 I think, are still in college, he has his own TV series starting in September on NBC. It's called Chico and the Man. He's come a long way from Washington Heights. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome, brother. How you doing? How'd you get started in show business?
Well, I was always doing bits when I was little, you know, because I was a fat little kid, right? And I had glasses, and I was taking piano and guitar lessons, so that automatically made me a punk, right? And then I dug ballet as a way to lose weight. So I went to ballet class, and the guys in the neighborhood break my face. You know, they see me coming home with a bag, and they would say, "Hey, Fred, what's in the bag?" I say, "Oh, nothing." Say, "Oh, you're in karate school, right? And you haven't got a black belt yet, so you want nobody to see, right?" I say, "Yeah, that's right." He said, "No, man, really, what's in the bag?" I said, "Nothing." He said, "You don't have no drugs in it?" I said, "No." He said, "Let's see in the bag." I said, "No, man, listen, I don't want to show you the bag." And they open it up, and they see the tights and the ballet. So hey, Fred, man, I think I speak for all the guys when I say we don't want you in gym class in the showers with us no more. And then I went into High School of Performing Arts here in New York, and I took drama. And the last year, my senior year was September '72, I started going to the improvisation here in New York and Catch Rising Star. And 2 showcases where a lot of people started, Pryor and Rodney Dangerfield, and a lot of people. And I was going every night till 3 in the morning, waiting to get on and trying out my stuff. And by the time I got to school the next morning, I missed economics. And so at the end of the year, I was good in drama, but they wouldn't give me a diploma because I failed economics. So I said, well, hey, I got to go for comedy, right? And I was always doing the bits in the bathroom. So then last year, I did one of the last Jack Parr shows. And from that, I got on Carson. And then the school calls me up and says, would you like to do the benefit show in April? And I said, do I get my diploma? And they said, yeah, we'll give it, but they haven't given it to me, and I did the show. And then I did Carson, and they saw me on Carson, and then picked me up for the series.
How's the taping going?
Good, good. We've done 5 of them. And Jack Albertson, he plays the man. He's great to work with, because he's from vaudeville. So I'm learning all the fundamentals now, the old jokes, and, you know. West
Side Story is the image, the impression that most people outside of the metropolitan areas have of Puerto Rican people, kind of switchblades and you know, the Sharks against the Jets and all that. Did you ever play in West Side Story?
Yeah, I was there with Robert Cox, Alliance of Latin Arts Theater Group, and I was in West Side Story, and I was in the back line. And I thought, now when I'm doing my act, that show set Puerto Ricans back like so many years, you know? Because it was like, it gave the image, all we do is use switchblades and dance in the street. Right? So the Chamber of Commerce in New York had to keep that going for the tourists that came in town. They used to go into Harlem, hire junkies, and want to just dance for us. We'll bring Jerome Robbins in, he'll choreograph the whole thing, and you had winos going, listen, man, these dancing shoes got to be back at 4. If that bus ain't here, I ain't doing it. Right? You know, and there'd be winos in the street going, right? And then the thing I hated was the fire escape scene. I mean, that was the most ridiculous thing, right? Tony the Anglo-Saxon, in love with the young Puerto Rican girl, Maria. His parents forbid it. And is it any better that her parents forbid her to go with a white guy? So they're on the balcony, and he goes, Maria, I love you. And she goes, shh, my father will hear you. But I'm whispering, shh, he'll hear you. Next thing I know, they're going, tonight! And at the end of the song, Paul goes, Maruca! Like he didn't hear. I'm going, wow, this poor guy's deaf, man. and then he's going, I love you so much. Shh. And then tonight. And then down the fire escape. I said, that was my name, but they would have shot him. What you doing in the fire escape? You're stealing from the house. What, are you crazy? You want to sing? Go to Las Vegas. Shoot him. Man, they don't get away with it. They think they were junkies burglarizing something, you know.
People say of your routines that you really are reminiscent of Lenny Bruce and what he used to do. You know, the social commentary coupled with kind of racy language. What do you think about the comparison?
Well, I look at it this way. The reason they said that was because the only similarities are that I go on stage and I free form. I just, whatever comes off my head, I talk about. And then if I feel I want to do one of my bits that people know, they say, like, they want to hear the Mr. Rivera, but it's not my job, I'll do that. But that we free form, he free form, I free form. And it's social commentary, but like, I don't like to be compared to him, except it's flattering because they said he was a genius and brilliant. Thank you, but the thing is, if it wouldn't have been for him, there wouldn't be guys like me out here. Comedy today is thanks to him, because he opened it up. Before that was just jokes like, take my wife, please. But seriously, folks. And since then, it's opened up comedy, because people go to a club, I think, to forget their problems about laughing. And, you know, they laugh to forget about their problems. And the problems now are in society. So if I do a bit on politics or religion, like, and then the big comparison came when I got in trouble in Boston for saying something about the president. And some guy got really mad, and he went and beat up bus boys and everything and started trying to grab me off the stage, and the cops came. And what I had said was there was a contest out that said, who were the 10 most virile men in America? And I said, I'm upset that Nixon wasn't on it. After all, look what he did to 200 million people. And I didn't say it quite that way. And he's like, wait, you can't say that about the president. What, you crazy? That's a good man. And I'm going, yeah, I wonder if you're going to go visit him. You know?
Can you make humor out of almost anything now? The president's situation now.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm all for Gerald Ford. I like him. I think he's an honest guy, you know? He's like, he's straight, right on, man. He talks like in street terms. He's simple. You see his speech last night? He comes there simply, talks to people, the right thing. He don't make any big words, right? Like, yes, I think the incongruity of the lunar fractionary diversifiers, which means we're not going to make any money next year. Like, but I was worried. I thought he was going to pull a fast one. Like, the pressure might be too much for him. He go, ladies and gentlemen, this week I'm picking my vice president, and I did pick him, but I have a regretful remark to make. I'm resigning. And now I introduce to you the man I picked as vice president, who'll be your new vice president. And out comes, well, I'm back. I'd go, because he could do that, right? He could nominate Nixon vice president, then resign. Nixon's back and goes, ha, ha, ha. Oh, no. I said, man, por favor. Because if they put Nixon in jail, his luck, right? They put him there with, like, winos. Who won't know who he is? Rikers Island, right? Say, hey, man, what's your name? Richie? You Spanish, bro? That's a nice suit, man. What are you? President of the United States. This guy's on drugs, man. Why don't you give me a taste so I can be vice president? Yeah.
We'll talk some more with Freddie when Good Night America continues on.
That's a bit that got me in trouble.
Being half Hungarian Jewish and half Puerto Rican, do you ever suffer from identity crises?
Yeah, you know.
What about the kids in the neighborhood? It's basically a Puerto Rican neighborhood, Washington Heights. It's ethnic minorities, but I guess the kids that you grew up with are basically Puerto Rican. Did they ever kid you about being a Jewish person, or you know, how did they deal with it?
No, it wasn't highly publicized. It was like I never looked Spanish, you know, like until this little bit of a mustache started to come out, and I started getting into fights, and people say, yeah, he got hot, you know. Like, it was like, my best friend is this guy, Nat Blake. He's a black dude. He plays trumpet in a band I was in. And when I met him, it was in the 60s. It was all right for black people and Spanish people to call each other brother. But if a white guy did it, you know, so. A guy introduced me to Nat. He said, when I first met Nat, he said, this is Jesse, it's Nat. I said, hey, brother. He goes, what? Oh, he's Spanish? You ought to wear a sign, chump. So it was like, no real problem, though. You know, it was like, hey, everybody got along. You know, we had Polacks in my neighborhood, and Jews, Italians, black people. Mainly black Puerto Rican, but that was everybody. You know.
What about Las Vegas and show business and all that? Are you going to be like the next, I don't know who, Lenny Bruce, I guess?
I don't want people to say I'm the next Lenny Bruce, I'm the next Richard Pryor, next Bill Cosby. I want them to say Freddie Prinze, the voice of the Puerto Ricans. That's what I want to be. I'm not a social commentator. I'm a comedian and an entertainer. And when I go into a club, I don't go there to preach. I go there to make people forget their problems for a half hour. And if I said something of relevance, that's icing on the cake for me. I'm glad, I'm happy. Like I went to the bit I said about prejudice. I said this country was situated so that if you were an ethnic group and you were in the mess, you could get out as long as there was a new ethnic group they could put in it. That's how Puerto Ricans got into jive jobs, right? Because first they subjugated black people. Because they needed someone to scrub the bathroom walls and mop the toilet and the bathtub and everything. So they had black people doing it first. Right? Hey, this ain't nothing.
They had somebody before the black people and somebody before them.
Yeah, you know, it was always like the line. Black people going, I don't want to be here. And then as soon as they moved up, Puerto Rico, it's not my job, it don't belong, right? And then Chinese people are quiet because they know they're next, right? And if they get in and make it, then I said, Indians will get in, blow up the bathrooms, no one can go to the John, and while they're busy looking for one, the Indians will take their country back. It's a cycle. So that's the only type of comparison that I'm off the top of my head, and that I do certain social things. But I'm Freddie Prinze, man. I hope my greatest comment. This is no like condescension thing, but I would like them to say that I've done for comedy what Geraldo Rivera's done for reporting, because you're dynamite, man. You're social concern.
What is your, what do your folks say? Your mama say when she hears some of your lines?
She calls me and says, when are you going to send me some money?
No.
No, you don't kid you though. My mother, she's happy about it. See, she was good to me. She always let me go my own way. She said, go ahead, try out, do what you got to do. If you mess up school, that's cool. Don't come crying, but make your own life. And through failure, you'll find out the formula for success. And I always never forget that because she helped me with that.
Well, I wish you the greatest success.
Thank you,
I
man.
really do. Freddie Prinze.